And we have certainly changed today, haven't we?
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
I quickly did a little Google search, and I found that in '85, the following year here, the two guys we're watching wrestle, Jesse Barr and Rick Rude, they were a tag team in championship wrestling from Florida. How about that?
Wow. I know Jesse had spent a lot of time in Florida. So that doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, Rick Rude and the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez were NWA World Tag Team Champions for the Crockett's. So, um,
In '86, we know that Jesse would make his way to the World Wrestling Federation.
mhm.
But yeah, I just think, man, I love watching this early stuff. And I think
I do
that's one
too.
of the reasons I enjoy watching independent wrestling, or, even if it's developmental wrestling, like an NXT or respectfully a Ring of Honor, because you're going to see some really young talent and they're going to evolve and they're going to change. But just the idea that we get to see some of these guys before they become megastars on TV, it's I don't know, it makes it a little more fun. Rick Rude would wind up in the WWF in mid or early June 1987.
Right.
So he's probably 3 years away here from the WWF.
Yeah, and he went to the WWF right out of Crockett Promotions, if I
That's
recall.
right. Yeah.
Um,
Didn't he allegedly keep one of the tag titles too?
I don't remember that. For some reason, that has a little bit of memory for me. Here's the Iron Sheik.
What do you think of that presentation?
Oh,
When he's come into the ring and all the headdress and the robe and the flag. How big of a listen? I realize that this is not the sort of presentation that we see in wrestling now,
yeah.
but it was too politicized for today. But back in '83, I mean, just coming out with that flag made it very easy to distinguish. Oh, he's the heel, right?
Right. Well, if we'll recall, the Iranian hostage crisis, I
That's
think
right.
ended in like 81, didn't it? So when well, right at the end of Jimmy Carter's first tenure, probably 1980, maybe around that early. So we're not too far removed from that. So he's leaning into that big time.
It
Uh,
started in '79,
right.
so I guess it ended January 20th, 1981.
It ended the day that it ended the day that because they did it to shove it up Carter's ass. Ended the day that Reagan was inaugurated. They let him go at that time. They listened because I remember it vividly. They listened on the radio or whatever. Of course, this is way before I guess TV was what it was. And once Reagan was sworn in, they let the hostages go. Um, and boy,
We're gonna
is
see
it?
Brett Sawyer get a win over the
Yes,
Iron
right.
Sheik here.
Brett Wayne Sawyer, man, that's exactly who that was. I recognized him immediately.
I mean, isn't that crazy to think about? As a reminder, Brett Wayne Sawyer, respectfully, 5'9",
Uh huh.
224 pounds, billed out of being from Orlando, Florida. Even now, he's only 63 years old.
Huh.
But back then, he was known as Brett Wayne Sawyer, and even the Bubblegum Kid.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
I just
he,
find it so fascinating. And I know that I keep coming back to this, but the Iron Sheik, man, this is proof that you got to be ready.
yeah,
Like this is his next to last show for GCW. He's losing to Brett Wayne Sawyer on the way out. And in a handful of months, man, he's going to beat Bob Backlund and become the World Wrestling Federation champion. And we know the following month drops it to Hulk Hogan. He's really just there as a transitional champion, but
but
what a legacy he leaves just because of that one thing.
and not only that, that I think that transition had well, of course, I may be wrong. You probably know more about this than I do. Vince Jr. did not want Backlund to hold the title. Bob Backlund was Vince Sr. really liked him and loved him, and so this transition was the beginning of Hulkamania. But it was also done because what we were just talking about the Iranian hostage crisis. It was
Yeah.
still fresh on the minds of everybody, and Iranians back then were big heels. So right or wrong. So that's part of that. Let's get a real great heel for Hulk Hogan to beat, and why not? It's not going to be Bob Backlund. That wouldn't be a good enough heel. Let's bring in the Iron Sheik, right? An Iranian. He'll beat him, and he'll be the All American. I am a real American. Fight for the right of every man, type thing. So okay. about a couple things about Starcast. I met so many great people, and it never ceases. It really does, Conrad. It never ceases to amaze me how many people say they love the podcast.
Yeah,
Uh, and I say that because I know we have a lot of listeners, and I really do appreciate that. But I know that probably a lot more people see me on television than they do listen to this podcast. Just the
that's
way
right.
it's the way of the world. But so many people come up and say to me, "We just love the podcast." And uh, this couple came up to me and they said, "We heard on the podcast that you love hoodies," and they bought a hoodie for me. And hoodies are not cheap these days.
No,
And it was a hoodie from this school where they're from. And again, I sometimes when there's a lot going on, I'll forget about it. But it was like a Division II school, very nice hoodie, and I really appreciate it from this couple. This other couple came up to me, and the girl said, "I the last time you were in Dallas, I dressed up as you and went to the matches." I said, "You did what?" She said, "I dressed up as Tony Schiavone and went to the matches." And I went, "Oh my God." She says, "As a matter of fact, I've got a picture. I've got a couple of pictures here. Would you like one of them?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm honored. I mean, fans give me these bracelets, right? And I keep them. I wear them. It means a lot to me. That's why I try to be as nice to fans as I can. Any wrestler or any rock and roller or any entertainer who is not nice to their fans is a fucking idiot."
yes,
Uh,
agree.
yeah. So I try to be as nice to fans because legitimately they're the reason that I've been able to do what I do in this life.
Right.
So she said, "Would you like one of those pictures?" I said, "Sure." And the picture just blew me away. And Dave Silva has it and will show it to us right now.
Oh my gosh, what a great photo!
Is that something?
I love that.
That's a young lady. Jeez.
I love that, dude.
Yeah. That just means so much. It really, really does. I just terrible on names. I'm sorry I should have written the names down, but anyway, so that was part of Starcast that we had for a couple of days and had a great time.
Don't we all love summer vacation, relaxing, laying out by the pool, barbecues, hitting the beach, doing, well, nothing? Well, how about a summer vacation from your house payments? With SaveWithConrad.com, you can do just that. Reduce your monthly payments by making the equity you built up in your home work for you. You can roll together those high interest rate credit cards into one lower monthly payment and perhaps access some of that newfound equity to turn your house into your dream home with no money out of pocket. And how about this? You get to skip your next two house payments. That's right. You won't have to make your June or your July house payment. You're done until August 1st. Go right now to SaveWithConrad.com. Let my team run the numbers for you for free. There's no obligation, and if we can't help you save some cash, we won't waste your time. And did I mention we're offering a 3-year guarantee right now? That's right. That means if at any point interest rates improve over the next 3 years, you get a free refi. That's right. No new lender fees from us. So you get to save money now without wasting money later when the rates improve on a whole second set of closing costs. Why not go to SaveWithConrad.com and get a guarantee? Save money now and save money later with your friend in the mortgage business. That's me, Conrad Thompson at SaveWithConrad.com. Shoot me an email at Conrad@SaveWithConrad.com. Give us a call at 888-425-0105. Or get yourself a quick quote, even talk to a live person right now at SaveWithConrad.com. NMLS number 2129, equal housing lender. Let's take a summer vacation from house payments at SaveWithConrad.com.